That fine glass in your joint.
It's literally precipitating the uric acid
You said it is, yeah.
into crystal.
What it is.
That's what I was gonna say exactly. I was gonna say that.
Man, I've seen those. I seen Gary one time. He was crawling backwards on the floor. Crawling backwards.
Your pan is
not hitting
clean.
his toes.
I tried to clean your
Not
pantry.
hitting his toes, Richard. I mean, wow. Does he need crutches? He goes, I don't work. I gotta just keep. I can't touch my feet. He couldn't walk for 2 days. Missed work for a week.
Did he take daily medicine for it?
Yeah, they give him that Coprazine.
And he didn't do it?
Well, that helped him.
Yeah, it's not supposed to precipitate if you take that medicine.
Yeah, the only trouble with that Coprazine, you take it all the time, but when you have an attack, when you get in a fucking attack with that shit, and you have to take extra, Boy, you said that gives them diarrhea so bad.
You're talking about he get diarrhea?
No, from that Coprazine.
Okay.
I saw
You
a
guys,
thing.
you guys want to know what's fun about diarrhea? What's fun about diarrhea?
I don't know.
Nothing.
Yeah, nothing. Check this out. I saw this thing on TV about this lady. She worked in a hospital. She would find these guys with gout.
Gout. Okay.
Yeah. And she would, go out with them and marry them. Well, she was on her third husband doing that. Because here's what she did. When somebody dies, there's going to be an autopsy, right?
If there's inquiry, yeah.
Whatever.
Yeah.
Well, this woman, what she was doing, she was giving these guys, she would get it from the hospital, sneak it out. She was giving them excessive amounts of Coprazine.
Why?
Because it'll kill you
Oh, okay.
in time. So she would do that, and kill them.
Like Dr. Kevorkian.
Yeah, and then she would collect all the fucking insurance money. And
Oh,
all
it was a
this.
criminal act.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
She did that twice. Well, then she was married to a third guy, and somehow they figured it out.
Is that the lady in Sacramento?
Huh?
Was she in Sacramento?
Oh, I don't know. I didn't catch that part. It was on television. Like, I almost got away with it, Then
Almost.
I figured out what she was doing to this third guy, but he was alive. Okay?
It hadn't killed him yet.
They hadn't killed him. He was alive, so they took him, did like a blood test and all, and did the test. They go, oh my gosh, how much Coprazine have you been taking? He goes, well, I just take the regular amount. They go, oh, no, you're full of Coprazine. They go, you'll be dead pretty soon.
Was she giving it to him in food?
Yeah.
Wow.
Wow.
Then they got thinking about it, who she was. So that guy there, I don't remember if he went back to her house or what he did. Probably left her house. I would. Because he figured she was poisoning, right? So what they did, they didn't say anything to her, but they exhumed them 2 other bodies. They were buried.
Hmm.
And they figured it out by testing the body. They were loaded with Coprazine. They got that bitch
So
on.
did they dig up 2 dead people?
Yeah, they got her for two homicides and an attempted homicide. Bitch got the death penalty, man. How about that?
Huh.
You
They don't kill a lot of women.
Flat out
What a
murder.
terrible life experience. They know in person.
They don't kill a lot of women, execution.
That probably just sitting in jail.
Not a lot of women are. It's mostly men who are
in jail.
killed off, executed.
I think they still execute people in Texas.
Oh, they'll execute you, but it just doesn't happen that much. Men are way more likely, like they don't put a lot of women to death. They just, in the history
They
of,
just don't, huh?
they will, if
But,
they
yeah.
want, they will, but maybe because they didn't want to.
They'll sentence them to death, but they won't execute them.
I mean, it's statistically measurable, don't you think? They just don't commonly put women to death. And I think that, why is that? Why is that? Is that because they
get more sympathy, but why? You know?
I know. Maybe it's because
They don't want to kill women.
for some reason, like if you're like truly evil, why does your gender matter? You know, but it does.
I've seen some evil ass women in my life.
No, yeah, I'm just saying in terms of getting the death, like putting them to death. It's mostly men, and that maybe that people would think that's because men commit more crimes. I don't know, but I think the women's block is just as full as the men's block. I think.
Yeah.
So there's plenty of female criminals out there.
So bad. I mean, she flat out. It wasn't just like she got mad and killed somebody. That was pure intentional.
Yeah, she's a serial killer.
Premeditated murder.
Oh, did she have motive? What was her motive?
Life insurance.
Oh, yeah, that's right. Yeah. Okay. Did she do that to? And she did that to multiple people. You said they exhumed
two husbands.
Oh, she was doing that shit to her husbands?
She worked at a hospital.
I thought those were patients that you were talking about.
Yeah, but she married him. See, she dated him and married him.
Wow. That is quite a plan.
She's a good-looking woman.
That's a nice plan. That's a very good plan.
I think the one in Sacramento was, she was old. And in her yard, I think she had 6 to 8 buried people.
Yeah.
And she ran a kind of a rooming house.
Yeah, I remember that lady. It was on TV.
They were all rental people.
Yeah.
Spot, but they wouldn't survive it.
Wonder why she did that.
And she would, I think her goal was to keep the Social Security check coming.
Huh.
Oh, wow.
They wouldn't tell him. I don't think she would tell anyone that he was dead.
Huh.
But he was dead in the backyard.
Oh, I know what she was doing.
They wouldn't know he was dead and keep sending the check.
She had old people. She make herself the payee.
So she had like 6 checks coming or something regularly,
Yeah.
And they caught her.
You know what I heard of once? These people, and this is not just a one isolated thing. These people, it was a couple, I think, a man and a woman, had a 2-story house, or no, a house. In the basement, there was like 10 people who were basically like,
missing?
Disabled. They were kept there alive because they were all on disability, and they kept them alive. If you keep them alive, no one's going to report them dead. If they're not reported dead, you can collect all their checks. So if you find out someone's disabled, and we're talking about like autistic people and like handicapped people in the basement, so they could collect their disability checks. That's fucked up. I mean, and they were there for like over a year, I think, maybe even like
sleeping on mattresses and shit.
No, just like chained up to the wall, like
oh god,
just like held there, and they would people upstairs would collect their checks, and they finally got caught. And the police nailed their ass to the wall. Like,
oh yeah.
But how many dungeons? I'll call it a dungeon. How many dungeons exist? Like, there are a lot. There are a lot of in the world. Oh my god. How about like China or Russia? Or Iraq. A dungeon full of American POWs or something. That's crazy. Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, the world's an interesting place.
Lock up in those containers.
Yeah, that's like being in the hole.
I was worried about my brother because I thought he was capable of doing that, taking my mother's Social Security check and keeping it going.
Yeah.
But you kind of said there's, at death, the undertaker is inclined to do the death certificate and report it to the safe, right?
Mm-hmm.
I don't know.
That's their job, is they give the death certificate.
Yeah, they'll report it. Yeah,
but they're supposed to report it to the government entities so that people know.
So the Social Security can stop ripping you off.
So I think it's kind of hard to accomplish. You could get caught pretty easily.
I think Annie called up. I mean, I was there. Annie called him up in a couple days,
Mm-hmm.
and she says, "Well, my mother just died." Oh, no.
What day they wanted to know.
Her mother died real late in the month. That's the 28th or 29th. Her check came
Well, yeah, it was probably sent that.
on the 1st. And she called them up. They said,
Keep it.
No,
keep it because
really.
you're already, we keep it all a month behind or something like that, you know?
Huh.
So that's why they do it. So when this happens, they haven't got to figure this shit out. I understand why they do it.
The last month you get.
Yeah, you're always a month
benefits.
ahead. They owe you. Sorry. I can understand that. 'Cause somebody dies in the middle of the month. Somebody dies the first week. Somebody's got to figure that shit out and send it all back. And somebody can't send it back. They don't have the money. You know,
Yeah.
this way, it's better. When my neighbor, when his mother died, there was 3 guys living there. Only 2 of them were unemployed. And they're just bums. Trouble-making, drugged-up bums.
Huh.
I mean, they made trouble.
What were they making?
They're just bums. They just
They weren't making
make trouble.
They weren't making.
They'd
drugs.
steal from you. They'd fucking, you had to keep your doors locked all the time.
Who were these people?
They're crankers. Crankers.
How'd you know them? Or
I know them.
Oh.
They lived there for years.
I forgot the segue. What was
They're my neighbors.
Oh, your
Their
neighbors.
mother died.
Oh shit. Yeah.
So when their mother died,
Okay.
I went down there to the post office and I put in that she deceased.
And did what? Deceased.
Put in that she deceased so all her mail would go back.
So I'll stop for a minute.
I said, will this stop the government checks? The guy went, oh yeah.
It'll stop.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He goes, this has to be signed by one of her siblings or children. I go, I'll go get him to sign that right now. I walked outside and signed it, walked back in and go, he just signed it. The guy goes, thank you.
And
I told him about it.
And he was out. He didn't know what was going on, and it was negative for him. But the point is,
Because I know that they would have sent
you're
checks.
afraid he
Wouldn't
wouldn't do
have said
anything.
nothing about those checks coming. What are they going to do with the guy? There's nothing you can do to
you
him.
can't punish him.
Put him in
very well.
jail. He just sits there, eats the food, and sleeps there.
I don't think they put you in jail for some financial crimes, like not paying your taxes. As long as I'm not talking about all cases, but if you don't pay your taxes,
That's one of them, huh?
they won't put you in jail for that. Like jail, if you're in jail for a financial crime, it has to be pretty significant. Like, you're a hedge fund manager and you fucking rip off your customers or something, or some kind of scam. But what you're talking about sounds like he didn't deserve jail. Like, sounds like it, or wouldn't deserve jail.
Well, I mean, what are you going to do with him?
Because I mean,
For taking that government check? That's actually, it's fraud signing it.
If someone's on Social Security and receiving checks and they die, the government should keep paying the heirs
Why?
to help them out.
Not how it works.
No, I know, but maybe they should change how it works.
They do pay children. They give
Okay, children, yeah.
money.
What are you
They
gonna
will
do?
give children money for college and school.
Yeah, like if I had a kid right now and I die next year, that kid's gonna have problems.
$900 a month.
And I mentioned that because I am on Social Security.
They pay them till they're 18.
I'm not saying they should pay them
They pay them till
disability.
they're 18, and if they go to college, they pay them till they're up to 23.
That's cool.
I know that for a
And
fact.
disability payments.
Yeah, I know a couple girls that had kids, and their husbands got shot.
Well,
Gangster women,
uh-huh.
And their kids running around having a ball, get $900 a month.
Good for the kids. That's good for the kids. I'm not saying the taxpayer's gonna like that,
Yeah.
but I like
It
it.
feeds them and keeps them clothed and all that.
I think that should be.
They don't go that far, believe me. I know what $900 does.
Yeah.
Fucking
That's the other
kids.
If you're a kid, that's a lot of money.
Fucking that bullshit. A goddamn pair of good tennis shoes, $100.
Yeah. No, I'm not saying it's all you
The
need.
dress is $100 a quarter for a nice one. Those pants they wear are $45 and $55 a pair.
Yeah.
And with holes in them.
Yeah.
I mean,
Did you get your pants?
I got a pair.
And were they used or new?
Oh, I got
They were
the-
too long. They were
that's
too
how
long.
we got 'em. We haven't worried about them
You
yet.
still have to sew them?
They're light colored, Richard. They're beige. They're real light.
They should be hemmed.
Yeah. I always wear the other pair to court. I got those jeans that are pretty new.
I wonder.
They're
If,
light jeans.
I wonder
they look good.
if does your apparel in court affect outcome? Like as long as you're not naked,
Well, it
you know.
says right there on the paper, on the paperwork, it said if you don't have clothing to go to court, tell us.
You'll do what?
To tell them.
I
Just don't furnish your clothing.
remember it says you have to have a button-down shirt, and there's other requirements for court.
Well, yeah, you should have.
I didn't do that. Like I was
Hey,
wearing a T-shirt for
These
one
guys
of
up
them.
here in the courtroom, up here in Calaveras, they come up here in shorts. Well, I remember, Rich, we seen them in shorts, huh?
I'm wondering, do you think that affects the outcome?
It could.
Like if you're in a suit, if you're let's say two copies of a defendant.
I wouldn't wear a
Same-
suit to this court.
I mean, let's say you have two
You'd
defendants.
be the only one wearing a suit. Even the fucking
Almost no one wears
the
a
The
suit.
lawyer doesn't?
Yeah.
the lawyer guys come in with blue jeans and a sport coat.
They're
See what I'm
pretty-
saying?
The women are kind of casual too.
So one way to
You can see them as kind of in their sports clothes or something, you know. It's
They
not
dress,
trouble.
you dress okay, but
Sometimes
it
they
ain't
are.
like in a big city where the guys wear suits, man, and the ties.
what if
Perfect.
Pamela Anderson, the Baywatch thespian, showed up in her swimsuit with a button-down shirt over it and shoes,
A swimsuit, huh?
but with a button-down shirt over it, with buttons that aren't buttoned, but there are buttons. It doesn't say you have to button the buttons. It just says you have to have buttons. So Pamela Anderson, you know, she's like out to here.
Yeah.
She's got a button-down shirt and actual shoes, heel shoes, like formal. Other than that,
That sounds like
you could
Pamela
see her whole
Anderson.
body. Like you could almost see as much as her fucking gynecologist
God.
or her husband. I don't know if she's married.
I always got 2 dogs by me.
Hey, is it cool if I give her this or
Yeah.
is that
share it
because
with
like in my
share it with them. It's 2.
Don't get it anywhere near the carpet. You have to put it out there.
Oh, that's just meat, but she
I like to
don't
put it out
swallow.
here.
no, I'm gonna give it to the
Me.
dogs.
If you give it to them and
You
they
want
put
to
it-
give one to her?
It's just one piece of meat, which they all swallow that.
They won't
she'll
know
roll
what.
it over to there to eat it.
They won't.
This one was-
not that.
This one was
a
twice.
bone they will.
This was twice as big as what she got, but they never know.
Oh yeah, they might have dogs, but
They'll never know.
I'll take a bone right to the carpet and start chewing around.
They're
the
actually
carpet.
very
Get
well
grease in
behaved.
it.
They're very
Yeah,
very
you
well
got to give them
behaved.
bones outside. Well, they bring them back in later, but they're all
The
white.
meat is
they're all
important.
cleaned
She
off.
will eat it over there and get it all greasy.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
I
That's
don't
it.
mind if they bring them in once it's all all the meat's chewed off and it's white. That ain't gonna hurt nothing.
He knows his license is here, right?
Yeah, he
Well,
knows.
okay. Not sure.
Yeah, shit, you know.
All right. Well, thanks for dinner. That gravy was fucking spectacular.
Yeah, I'm glad you guys liked it.
It's good.
The gravy was amazing. Yeah.
Yeah, it was really good.
Yeah.
All right, I like to hear that.
Yeah. I mean, it was obviously. I mean, that wasn't
The
from
meat
a
was a
package,
little
was it?
tough.
The gravy wasn't from a package, was
Yeah.
it?
Part of it was.
But some of it was improvised.
I did it with steak sauce.
Well, I shouldn't say improvised, but
Steak sauce, teriyaki, A1.